We're continuing with Siman Resh Nun Aleph. Shulchan Aruch says we're talking about not doing melacha on Erev Shabbat mina Mincha ulmala. So Maran brings down Haoseh melacha be'erev Shabbat mina Mincha ulmala eno roeh siman bracha. If a person is going to come and he's going to do melacha on Erev Shabbat from Mincha time and onwards, he's not going to find bracha in the work that he did, which means basically that he's working in vain, because anyway, even if he's working and he's getting something from it, but at the end of the way, it won't bring him bracha. So if it doesn't bring him bracha, there's actually no purpose to it. Now, what exactly is this mincha? Which mincha? There's two minchas. We know there's mincha gedola and mincha ktana. There's a huge difference. There's 3 hours difference, zmaniyot, between them. So which one is it? So Maran brings down, yesh mifarshim. Some people say that it's going to be mincha gedola. Yesh mifarshim, and some people say it's mincha ketana. What does that mean? It's not going to be mincha gdula, but rather mincha ketana. So therefore, he actually brings down over here the Mishnah Brura that if you're going to be somech on the mekilin, you didn't lose out. Which means since Maram brings yesh mefarshim v'yesh mefarshim, we know that yesh v'yesh, usually it's halacha ki yesh batra, which means that we do have what to rely on, that you're allowed to work until mincha ketana. So therefore, you would look inside of the Maizmanim calendar, you would find what time is Mincha Ketana, and you know that if you're going to work from Mincha Ketana onwards, you do not find a Siman Bracha. Now, and everything that we're obviously doing is, even if it is that you are allowed, let's say for example, a store. So stores, obviously, right, it's not actually that you're doing a melacha, they're just buying and selling the certain products that they're having, but still, obviously, you have to be careful to close before the onset of Shabbat in order not to be mechalel Shabbat. So therefore, obviously, those cases, a person should be careful, and many different places in the world, they actually used to go around making sure that the stores were closed enough time before Shabbat in order to make sure that there wasn't any problems whatsoever of Chilul Shabbat. So this is just the different halachot of seeing when or not a person will actually come and have a bracha or not. To do with, obviously, anything to do with fixing the clothing for the Shabbat is going to be permitted. So for example, if a person needed to right now, let's say iron, he has to sew, he has to do any types of melachot, so any cases like that, it's always going to be permitted because that is going to be for the necessity of Shabbat.